Hey guys, Preston here, aka Magic Hour Movie Man, going through my movie collection, DVDs and Blu-rays, alphabetically. If you haven't seen the other videos, check out my channel, and it's got A through D on there, as well as an overview of my collection. But this video is going to be all titles starting with the letter E, and there's not many, so it shouldn't take long. So we'll get right to it, starting with the DVDs. First off, a good 30s movie, Each Dawn I Die, with James Cagney and George Raft. The Eagle Has Landed, good World War II flick. It's a good double feature with Valkyrie, both World War II films, both assassination plots, both characters with eye patches. So there you go, a little freebie there. In the video for letter D, I talked about a movie called Decade Under the Influence. It was more a miniseries, a documentary miniseries about the influence of the movies of the 70s. This also is a documentary about the influence of the movies of the 70s. Easy Riders, Raging Bulls. It was a book first, then a documentary. Very good documentary. Check that out if you have any interest in movie making, especially movies of the 70s. Underrated film, in my opinion, Educating Rita. Really good. Michael Caine and Julie Walters. What else? 8 Men Out, John Sayles movie. Pretty good. Elf, good holiday Christmas comedy. Will Ferrell. Then we've got the DVD and the Blu-ray of this, the double features of El Mariachi and Desperado. El Mariachi still remains my favorite. Well, I'm not sure if that's true. I was going to say my favorite Robert Rodriguez movie, but I think that's probably Sin City now. But El Mariachi, I think, is still pretty great. Empire of the Sun, Spielberg. And because I'm a Renaissance man, Enchanted. Alright, Enemy Mine, good 80s cheese, sci-fi cheese. Also, I didn't realize this until I saw a movie called Hell in the Pacific. This is kind of a remake of Hell in the Pacific, which, if you can find that movie, it's pretty good. It's Toshiro Mifune and Lee Marvin in World War II are stranded on an island, and it's literally man versus man, stranded on, two enemies stranded on an island, which is, the similar plot to Enemy Mine. Enemy Mine is very different, especially in the third act. But check out that movie, Hell in the Pacific, if you haven't seen it. Escape from Fort Bravo. This was a blind buy for me, and it's one of the reasons I like every now and then doing a blind buy. Sometimes you get a nice surprise, and this was a nice surprise. It's a Western directed by John Sturges, and what I liked about it is it's not only a Western and a good solid Western, but it's got kind of film noir dialogue. If you've seen any film noir, that's one of the hallmarks of film noir. Is crisp, biting dialogue, and it's the reason why I like that movie. And Escape from New York, good John Carpenter 80s movie. E.T., I do have the Blu-ray coming from Movie Stop, so I'm looking forward to that. That said, this is a really good DVD set. It's got the original version of E.T., as well as the crappy version they put out in theaters that switched out the FBI's guns with walkie-talkies, dumb stuff like that. Basically, it was around the time that George Lucas was fiddling around with the Star Wars movies. But Spielberg is smart enough to know that people want the original version in some capacity, and this has that, and as I understand it, the Blu-ray will have the original version as well. Now, one bad thing about this DVD set is the spine doesn't have any information on it whatsoever. So when sitting on a shelf, it just looks terrible. Other than that, the packaging is fine, but that was really a misstep on their part, in my opinion. And Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, great I almost said Spike Jonze. It's not Spike Jonze. It's Charlie Kaufman's script, but it's Michel Gondry. Good movie, though. Evil Dead 2. I do not own the first Evil Dead. I prefer the second movie anyway. Good movie. Horror and comedy mixed. Good sci-fi action movie, Equilibrium. Christian Bale. Kind of a B movie, but it's a fun movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. And the only TV show I have in the starts with the letter E is the first season of Extras. Ricky Gervais TV show that I like. I like the British Office better, but Extras was pretty fun. And then we have a few Blu-rays. Eastern Promises, good Cronenberg movie, one of his more reality-based movies, which I thought was really good. Edward Scissorhands, great Tim Burton movie, kind of a modern fairy tale. Excalibur, I've heard the transfer on this is terrible. I haven't watched it yet, but I remember liking the movie. So we'll see. And then finally, I'll be watching this in October. One of my favorite horror movies of all time, The Exorcist. And this is the Blu-ray Digibook, which is a really nice Digibook. One of my favorites. So looking forward to seeing that in October. So that does it for my movie collection. But speaking of October, I hope to have a video up sometime over the weekend, possibly as late as Monday morning, talking about what I'm going to do for the month of October. So stay tuned for that. Of course, it's going to be Halloween themed since it is October, and horror movies are always fun to watch. Also, I have a contest going on, 500 subs contest, so if you're interested in that, I'll put the link down below, and you watch the video, you'll find out what kind of prizes you can win and how to enter. So check that out if you haven't already. Also, it's possible I might have a review up for Looper sometime over the weekend, because I'm seeing that this afternoon. Looking forward to that. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you later.